that lipid nanoparticle in and of itself is inflammatory. It does go everywhere. It was originally designed to take mRNA and or chemotherapeutic agents to organs that are hard to get to, like the brain. If you look at the qualifications on the lipid nanoparticles, they're not for human use. They're for research use only, and yet they've broadly pushed these onto society. We see inflammation from the lipid nanoparticles alone, but we also see that they carry that mRNA particle with them to wherever they land. We're seeing mitochondrial damage in neural tissues. Studies out of Poland showed that, Dr. Clough et al. We are seeing suppression of the immune system. This lipid nanoparticle, this mRNA, making a spike protein, is getting into the immune cells, damaging DNA repair mechanisms. What does that look like under the microscope? A decrease of the kind of inflammatory cells you want eating away at a cancer. Now we don't have enough of those cells there. To the point I brought up over a year ago, are we seeing an uptick in cancers? Yes. Why? The lipid nanoparticle, the mRNA, and the spike that it makes is suppressing our immune system. And now we're seeing turbo cancers, wildfire cancers that would otherwise be kept in check by a competent immune system. These, to Dr. Urso's point, have been slipped under the radar of the zeitgeist and the consciousness of the people. These are dangerous platforms. You cannot control where that lipid goes, and thereby you can't control where that little nucleotide sequence it's carrying goes. It is a bad idea from here until forever, until proven otherwise.
I mean, the entire argument for it, I mean, and there's been a lot of parents that I've interviewed years before COVID that would say, you know, when they complained that they believed that the child's brain swelled, and the argument was always vaccines don't cross the blood-brain barrier. And that, I think that's always been something that we want to maintain with vaccines, whether it's true or not. But the idea was, and the statement was always, vaccines don't cross the blood-brain barrier. And you're telling me that the very vehicle with which they're wrapping this technology and the mRNA technology is designed to cross the blood-brain barrier.
Absolutely correct.
So how is it, did they ever make the statement that they believe this thing would stay localized at the space that was shot, which is exactly what they told us? It will be right here, the antibodies, everything will happen in your arm where it's delivered. It's not going to the other organs, and certainly not your brain. Was that just a lie from the beginning?
Scientific malfeasance. They knew from previous studies, and Dr. Urso in his drug development research has worked with nanoparticles before. He stated many times, and we've known, look, lipid nanoparticles, they're a fat. Your cell membranes are made of fat, and they have a positive charge. Your cell surface has a negative charge. They want to fuse wherever they can. They go everywhere. They're like Dr. Urso, I'll quote him again, they're like garlic. They go everywhere. Scientists knew they would not stay in the arm. To have told the people of the world otherwise was a straight up scientific lie.